Greetings and welcome back to paradise. The Maui Invitational is back in Lahaina, and what an incredible first day of basketball it was. So many fun things to do on the islands, but a lot of people are having a lot of fun inside the Lahaina Civic Center. And this is the first of 4 games for you here on day 2 at the Maui Invitational, presented by Novavax.
Colorado is not the same type of team, so this UConn team is going to have to push the pace and bring their own energy into this game. And for Colorado, Tad Boyle was not happy with the way his team played against Michigan State. He referred to the effort as soft. Season lows in UConn.
Both coaches have made a change in their starting lineup from yesterday. Javon Ruffin will start for Colorado in Trevor Baskin's spot. That may be more matching up size-wise against UConn, getting a smaller, quicker guard in there. And Hassan Diarra is starting in the place of Aiden Mahaney for Connecticut. The officials today: Brent Hampton, Eric Curry, Tyler Compton. We are underway here in Maui. The Huskies in road blue get the first possession of the ball game. This is Diarra. He had the assist on that basket at the end of regulation by ball, and there is Samson Johnson knocking it home.
17 turnovers. They did a little bit better job in the first half against Michigan State, but started the second half against the Spartans and turned it over 5 times in the first 5 minutes, and that put him in a big hole.
The UConn starting lineup. This is Alex Caravan, number 11. So much of what they do revolves around him. He had 19 points and 6 assists yesterday against Memphis, as Liam McNeely is off to a good start, knocking down a third.
Just a difficult closeout to get to that shot. Well executed.
Both of these teams 4-1 on the season. Each came in undefeated. Diarra behind a screen knocks down the 3 to put Connecticut back on top. His third 3 in 13 tries. So theoretically, the point could come off the board, but it looks like they got it right in line time.
Almost everything close they tend to call because they can look at it.
Caravan again, and it's 11-7 UConn.
Just a simple little fade screen. And Caravan's need to let Reed have that rebound. You don't take rebounds away from your big guys.
No. McNeely's open again and having himself a game.
He's a player. He is a player.
He is 3 for 3, 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Ball to inbound for Connecticut. Boy, what a shot he hit to force overtime yesterday, although Memphis ultimately came out with the W. Stewart into Johnson, who lays it in, and the lead is 6.
Just beautiful action on the slip to the basket by Samson Johnson, and really well delivered by.
4th foul for the Buffaloes, and there was a big sarcastic cheer from the Connecticut fans. The Huskies have had 9 whistled on them. McNeely. Wow, the soft Maui rims show themselves again. That's the third 3 and a half already for Liam McNeely.
It was so impressive.
Malone, and a good job there by Stewart, giving up a lot of size just not to let Malone get too close to the bucket.
Make him take the tough 2.
And then at the other end, Stewart knocks down a long jumper. Timeout, Tad Boyle and Colorado.
We talked about bringing your own energy, your own excitement, and you can see the energy and excitement.
And the winner of that goes to the 5th place game. The loser goes to the 7th place game. I mean, this field is just ridiculously deep. Somebody's going home with 3 losses. Somebody's going home 0-3.
Somebody good.
And 3 really good teams are going home 1-2. But coaches know what they're getting into when they bring their teams out here. 3 for solo ball. And it's all about obviously getting better, learning about your team. Well, I'll tell you, in a small gym of 2,400 people, you can hear Dan Hurley when he's calling out a play from the sideline. But he's not the only coach who's got a booming voice in college basketball. The intimacy of this gym is something else. Noel with a drive, and it goes, and it's an 8-point lead for Connecticut. Austin.
But he drew a crowd in a hurry, didn't he?
McNeely with another 3. He is 4 for 4 from beyond the arc in this one.
No, coaches say every time he shoots it, you think it's going.
Left it a little bit short. It would have been a miraculous make had he been able to make it, but Memphis hung on with a 2-point win, and we've got Memphis and Michigan State coming up in the next game in a semifinal.
This last couple minutes of the first half, when Colorado gets the ball back, they got to drive it, put UConn in a position to foul.
Boy, Stewart's played these two games with a lot of confidence, hasn't he?
He's a good player. I mean,
NAIA level, he made 99 threes in his time there, and he showed some good touch on that one. As Tad Boyle said, there's no 11-point play in their arsenal, in their playbook. Just stop and score, but they don't get the stop as Solo Ball answers with a three.
This constant.
Hammond in some trouble. The turnaround will not go. And the first half will come to a close with Connecticut leading Colorado 40-32 in large part due to a great first half from Liam McNeely. 4 threes and 16 points. And UConn getting points off turnovers as well. Back to the studio.
On the out of bounds underneath, they got a screen for Malone to get him to the left side of the basket. And he just overpowered Singari. You have to go inside, have to keep driving the ball to put UConn in a position to foul.
Alex Caravan missed some time. He picked up 2 fouls in the first half. Liam McNeely really carrying the offense for the Huskies for big stretches. Shot clock is at 2. I don't know if Diarra knows it. He does, and hits it.
A flair for the dramatic. I think he might have recognized it just before 3 in transition.
Caravan to Reed. Now Diarra. A clean look in his second 3 already here in the second half.
So often with UConn, Dan, it's not the first cutter that gets out. Boy, how about Colorado playing with a lot of energy in the second half?
Tad Boyle has said on a couple of occasions this year they don't play offensively in games like they practice. He has seen it in practice. They are playing some good basketball right now here in the second half, getting good looks. Tough driving layup there by Diarra to tie it.
Well, you can't block a shot when a guard puts you out of bounds.
And I got it there on the fly. Sadly, my proudest athletic achievement. Here's Caravan. Diarra with a nice shot fake.
Oh, what a pass.
And Johnson with a slam.
Well, he could have settled for that corner 3, but what a spectacular pass from Hassan Diarra.
Comes Diarra off to Johnson. Boy, Hassan Diarra is making all kinds of plays right now for the Huskies.
Not quite the same.
It's not quite the same. Not quite the same.
You didn't need to bring that up.
UConn by 1. By the way, that last foul, Samson Johnson, his 4th. So he's back on the bench. Terrace Reed Jr. is in there with 3. That's Reed, and that's a lay-in. Nice play by Reed, kind of adjusting in midair.
That slot ball screen is difficult to guard because there's no help. I mean, where do you tell? He was 4 of 6 from 3 when he went out.
So, and this is always the case, a lot of this figures to fall on now Alex Caravan. He is very experienced, terrific player, first team All-American preseason, the leader of this team. And now Colorado, when we saw this a little bit yesterday against Michigan State, going into a 1-3-1.
Got to get into the gaps.
Ball from the corner, knocks down the shot to put Connecticut back on top.
Against a 1-3-1, the corners are usually the weak advantage.
These teams trying to avoid playing in the 7th place game. You can bet there's not a person in uniform for UConn who thought they might, as deep and great as this field is, might be looking at the possibility of playing in the 7th place game. The winner of this will play in the 5th place game. And Colorado is pushing hard against UConn, giving the Huskies everything they can handle. McNeely makes it a 3-point game.
He's just a little bit stronger than Trevor Baskin, and you
put into the starting lineup today by Dan Hurley. McNeely off to ball. This time he'll drive, and it goes.
Got a great screen from Liam McNeely, which allowed Solo Ball to turn the corner and get downhill, as the kids say.
McNeely the handoff to Diarra. They're switching everything. McNeely behind the arc, throws it away, saved though by Diarra. The spin, the follow, and the third try is good for Stewart to make it a three-point game.
What a great play by Alex Caravan to keep that ball alive in this game. It's a different team that Tad Boyle's been coaching today versus the team that played against Michigan State yesterday.
And win or lose, the Buffaloes have to walk out of here with a lot of confidence, but boy, this team, that coaching staff, those fans, they don't want a moral victory right now. Into Diarra. Diarra behind the arc, puts it up, no good. It's tipped, and the game is over. The Buffaloes have knocked off Connecticut 73-72 in a big-time upset here in Lahaina. And the UConn Huskies, the two-time defending national champions, will play in the 7th place game tomorrow. Colorado will play in the 5th place game. What a second half the Buffaloes put together.
They were just outstanding. A great job on the glass against Connecticut, Yakimovsky especially. And terrific offense run, a lot of it through Elijah Malone in that second half.